Week 8 in our Oklahoma City Nighthawks Relocation Fantasy Draft franchise, and we're taking on the division rival Philadelphia Eagles. Of course, they finally got a win, so the pressure of us being the first team to give them a win is kind of gone. Obviously, they maybe have a little bit of a chance for a win streak. Obviously, their season is not physically over. It's kind of mentally and realistically over, but obviously, you could easily make the playoffs at 11-6 or even 10-7, maybe even 9-8 if you're lucky. But obviously, this is not kind of the matchup they're looking to play, as we are a team that is very hot. And even when we lost to the Cowboys, we were very competitive in that game. And obviously, last week choked a little bit, but the turnovers that we forced and the touchdowns that we got on defense and whatnot obviously played a huge part in us just kind of chilling, going to cruise control. Played it safe, and ultimately it ended up in a win. That's all that matters, is winning. And even though it was a little bit of a scare for a moment, we did exactly that. Of course, Dak Prescott, speaking of those Cowboys, Player of the Week, Rashaan Evans, Player of the Week, and then the Bengals and Steelers getting Players of the Week. Take a look at the team. Obviously, some people may be new to the series. Maybe you're looking for some little summer fun on YouTube. Of course, this is what the squad looks like. If you aren't, maybe subscribe. If you're not, and you're a continued viewer, really appreciate it. I enjoy the series, and I still do. And honestly, this could set up me not being super happy in Madden 23 because it's like, oh man, I miss the Nighthawks. But that's why I'm trying to pump out as many episodes as I can, so then we can, get as far as we can. As obviously, like I said, I'm having a ton of fun with this. Of course, Philadelphia Eagles are a division rival. We probably know what they look like, but just in case they added any players in between, Matt Corral, I do remember, had himself a very good performance, earlier in the season. I can't remember how that went for them, but I know it was a close game. Was that the overtime game? I'm telling you, Philadelphia, they're not really a joke. They're just playing like jokes. Zeke, we usually limit him on the ground, but as far as receiving goes, that's where we get killed by him. Stephon Diggs, obviously, a problem, although I think we've limited him in the past. They have a really solid offense. They just don't play up to that potential. Offensive line, not the greatest, but they've got some up-and-comers. Daniel Falele, of course, a guy that just gets burned by Brian Burns, who's obviously having himself a really good season, had 2 sacks last week. Akeem Hicks is decent. Leonard Williams is decent. Onyemata and them, they definitely need an upgrade there. Outside linebackers are just brutal here, but middle linebacker is great, and Miles Jack has done well for them. Of course, corners, they've got some up-and-comers, a lot of youth there. Jalen Thompson's a solid free safety, and then strong safety needs an upgrade. Earl Thomas is still in the league. That's interesting. But yeah, as far as what we're going to try to do is we probably are going to look to try to stop the run, and then our offense is going to be just playing medium passes, I think. And of course, no, I know I ignored it a bit, but I didn't forget the breakout. It could be Tyson Anderson. Brian Burns. Now, sure, he kind of deserves it, but I don't know how much that really helps us compared to someone like Tyson Anderson or some other player, but I suppose any breakout's a good breakout. Of course, not the Brian Burns breakout. That sucks. But of course, here we are at home against Philly for the second and likely final matchup of the year. Of course, Gamble, a guy that really would be awesome to get a breakout for, as he's definitely, I don't know if he's broken out, but he's definitely getting more comfortable as the weeks go on. And really, if he can just fix up some of the blatant, maybe nonchalant misses, it feels like, once again, he hits some of the toughest throws, even when he's on the run. But when it comes to no pressure, easy hits, he misses them. It's almost like he gets too excited or something because he has too much time to think. And I understand that. I've seen that a lot, where you just it's just an easy layup. But because it's so easy and because you're so excited for what's going to come of it, you miss it. You start thinking ahead of things rather than just thinking of the task at hand. Just get the ball to the guy, Of course, it would be great to get him a dev up, because if he gets the star and then, depending on what his season stats are, maybe he gets a superstar, it could become a superstar in 1 year. But of course, one thing at a time, keeping that touchdown to pick ratio positive is the main goal for now. And of course, going up against the Philadelphia Eagles, I'm hoping that it's an easier time of it to make that true. Obviously, they are a team that is struggling right now, so trying to take advantage, move on to 6-2, and maybe if the Cowboys lose, take the lead in the division. But talking about that man, Gamble, we're going to see him early as we're going to be receiving the ball first. Well, we're likely going to see him early. Wangwu's been kind of close on some returns. And, I mean, that's not a terrible return. Gets it to the 26-yard line. And here he is. Let's take a look at those stats. I'm actually finally, like, okay with looking at the stats for once. 13 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, 1,736 yards. Completion percentages. It could be better. It could be, it could be better. They should put the percentage next to it. Like, what am I, some sort of math expert? Like, what am I supposed to pull out the calculator every time we see the stats of each team's quarterback? First and 10 for the 26-yard line, though, as Hawkins, that's a pretty interesting spin move, gains about 4. Of course, looking at his last week performance, he's having some pretty good performances here. His season totals are a little bit, there's a little bit more to be desired there, but still, he's playing all right. He also had a big injury after a really good performance. And there is going to be a read by the edge defender. Chris Paul is injured now. I will say Chris Paul's been kind of bad anyways. This could be kind of a turning point in the bad way for his career, as he could lose the job all time again here to Barch. But 3rd and 4, very important to get off the field. The double drag, and it works, as they're really not expecting us to burst out there like that. Of course, our first actual throw of the game. Not a tough one, but at least we got it. I'm just glad the drive's continuing. Of course, another read option. They do not see this. How in the world does A, he get a grab on us? Foot fracture. Oof, that is bad. Yikes. But A, how does he get a grab on us? And B, I'm pretty sure we made the right read. How come he followed us? I don't like it. And we're talking about that risk. Sky Moore just gave us an interception. Sky Moore just completely blocked off his own receiver on what could have probably been a catch. Matt Corral, 10 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Well, we've added an interception to the total. We have a little bit of an ego around here, so it's not a good read, but if you don't make some sort of play out of this, it's a 3rd and 14 anyways. Of course, right as he's about to go out of bounds, it's kind of clutch, but his own guy, Sky, get out of the way. That's a winnable position to be in for Woodley. He's a 6'5" man, and instead he's going to get intercepted by Wilson, the slow safety, because his own player gets in the way. Sky Moore's like, I've got it. In fairness to Sky Moore, he has made some clutch catches like that, but you got to get out of the way for the big man. I'm sorry. Ooh, nice cutback. Huge hit by Jordan Davis. That was a pop. Just so many of those interceptions. Once again, ill-advised, I'll admit, but it's going to be a 3rd and 14 if not anyways. The chances of conversion are kind of unlikely anyways, as Zeke is going to be short by a yard. Really good tackle by Caden Stearns there. Obviously, this is where you'd be bringing the blitz. But, yeah, it's just those types of interceptions just need to go. No! What a tackle by Tyndall, but that's going to be a first down, unfortunately. Tyson Anderson, man, he's in good position a lot of the times. He's an athletic freak, but his tackling is so freaking bad. Tyndall backing up. The running back's open, and that's a really good job by Stephon Diggs. Booker's all over that. 2nd and inches, once again, it's, kind of the play to bring the blitz, if you would. As, like I said, there's a good chance to run it. Brian Burns, good tackle attempt. Really good job by Tyndall as well. Once again, Zeke really not doing well. Woodley and Sky Moore together, of course, talking to the quarterback, but I'd be pissed. Obviously, Gamble knows it's an ill-advised, but at the same time, that's a really good throw. Good tackle, good teamwork. Tyndall with the tackle. At the same time, it was catchable. It was winnable. And to the corner, he misses it. Not even technically the job of, the purple, but could have definitely been there to make. Oh, my. That's not good. Drake London. Oh, picked off by Woolen. Has a chance to score. Matt Corral's pretty fast, though. Spin move, good spin move, but unfortunately chased down by Hardman. Interceptions galore. What a job by Woolen. Of course, a little bit of a late read from Matt Corral. Didn't trust his reads hesitated, and it was just enough to force the pick. And these two boundary corners have just been monsters this year for interceptions. It's insane. We should have threw that. Hawkins gains about 5. That's all right. Woodley could be our look going against that safety that caused us a little bit of issues earlier, though. And Woodley burns. Freaking beautiful route. Trying to make up a little bit for our early mistakes. I mean, they kind of look like they're giving us that. Like, look how many players are there versus how many defenders they have. I know they have 4, but they're lined up weirdly. Either way, I like Hawkins as well, as he's going to gain about 4. Gibbs, kind of not the guy you would expect to be the receiving back on this, but oh, wow, look at that. That's a touchdown. It's a dot, and it's not a touchdown. Wow, really good recovery speed by 27. Trent McDuffie, of course, it's probably not going to matter too much as it's going to be down at the 1, but still, it's something. It's a stop. Let's actually go with the outside handoff. I actually kind of like the way this is set up better. And it is set up very well, as there is just nobody going to touch him at all. Hawkins kind of reaping the benefits of the pass game with a touchdown, 2nd of the year. We are a very good slants team. I know double slants is just tough to stop in general, but we just don't get the time to throw most of the time. And damn it. We trusted Woolen. Obviously, we're supposed to be in a hook nearby. It'd be very tough for us to get to that spot anyways without kind of giving up on something else, but still. Of course, once again, with Tyson Anderson going against Hardman, he has the speed. He just doesn't have the talent. And speaking of, there it is. Very good tackle, though. Of course, Hardman maybe not the toughest guy to tackle pure power-wise, but still, he's a slippery, elusive man. You never know. Of course, Scott going up against Drake London again is just... It's just been a matchup today I've been cringing at every time I see it. As Woolen's going to make the read. Oh, my God. Oh, thank God it's a hold. I think Tyson Anderson actually just drew an illegal block in the back. Because that is a crazy run, if not. That was a close call. They're going to call Hardman on the hold, which makes a lot of sense since he is kind of the smaller target. It's hard for him to win blocks. Of course, Booker one-on-one against Zeke. Obviously, didn't technically bring him down one-on-one, but he was going to win it one-on-one, which is crazy. You know, we just seen a linebacker get thrown to the side, I believe, by Zeke. Caden Stearns misses. Once again, Caden Stearns is a great tackler, but one-on-one of the hole against Zeke probably gets thrown to the side anyways, but still, that's such a wasted opportunity. Tyndall on the hook, screen pass, and picked almost off by Tyndall. That would have been a touchdown. Oh my, little predetermined from Corral, didn't see him jump it. That could have been devastating. We're a little late on that slant. Oh, nice little find by Hunter Henry to just run to the side. Thought he pretty much had to go to us, but he followed the block. Bring a little bit of a blitz, might pull off with, pull off with Jabril, but didn't need to. Scott going up against Drake London again. And the curl routes just killing us. The other side was even more open. Mid blitz on the 5 wide. That's nuts. But why not? But why not? Yeah, I mean, it worked. Forced him to throw that ball early. Gains 2. Amazing man coverage across the board. Of course, it probably helps when we're pressing on a short out. It's hard for him to get to that spot. We're going to read it with Tyson Anderson. And the pick is there. Back-to-back weeks with a pick 6 for Tyson Anderson. Jumping the screen again. This time we actually get it. Matt Corral is not reading the field well here at all. Pulling all the way from the deep blue zone, leaving a vulnerability there if it's not a screen, and coming away with the game-changing pick 6. Brian Burns has struggled early, but I suppose we've been on the field defensively a lot, so if he was ever going to get this superstar X-Factor breakout, this is probably the game, right? And that's a pretty good route outside. Carmichael misses. Who is that? That man is huge. Ogletree. Remove the ogle. He's just a damn tree in general. Jesus, that guy's big. That's what she said. Jabril Cox against the running back over the middle. No one's really done that well against Hardman. And, of course, we have another injury in the trenches, this time on the defensive side of things. Maddox, who has been a pretty damn good run stopper this year, and had his fair share of success against the quarterback as well. Going to be injured. Hopefully it's nothing big. Inside again. Trying to strip that ball out, gaining about 14 to Diggs. Nice little bounce back drive by Philadelphia here. Not something I'm really happy to say. And inside, nobody on him. Tyndall gets him, but it's a gain of 9. Bruised shoulder, my boy. Thank you. We do not need another serious injury like Chris Paul. 2nd and 1. They seem to be willing to just go for the run for the first. Oh, it's not. It's going to be play action. Yeah, that's the easy read every day of the week. Carmichael, though, maybe kind of his guy to cover anyways, but a really good wrap-up in the open field. Of course, man coverage here is scary, but we do have some super athletic players. Oh, it's not going to be... And that's kind of an illegal block in the back, right? It's kind of tough to tell, but it looked like Zeke was like directly parallel to behind him. I don't know. It's a good play call, though. They gained 6. To the out, and there goes Brian Burns for 1. 2 more, and he's an X factor. That's our boy. We're asking a lot from Wade here. Jordan Davis getting locked up. There goes Brian Burns. Had a chance at another one. Of course, we did enough in coverage. They only gained 4. They will likely gain their first points, though, but, of course, not the kind of points they're hoping for. Brian Burns is now officially a double-digit sack man, and we're only halfway through the year. What a guy. About 5 minutes left in the second. The problem here, though, is, yes, we're up 14-3, but we haven't really played offense at all. So could a little bit of maybe didn't need to. Could a little bit of rust be gathering here for the quarterback? Of course, the best way to shake off that rust is just not have to throw it. So we're going to run the ball here, and they're not going to see it. Kind of. Gamble showing off the speed. Man falls down, and you can almost call that a late hit. Of course, they pick up the flag. It wasn't really a whole lot there, you know. Got a little dramatic. You don't want the quarterbacks getting hit, but there wasn't really much to actually call that. And look at Ferguson. Tries to truck over his man, but you're playing off that much in general, and Ferguson, who's been a really good short route man, you know, you're probably not going to do super well in that look. And it doesn't matter who the left guard is. They just get trapped in that double team all day. I get it, the center needs help a little bit, but not that much, right? I really wanted something to run across the middle here. I suppose Sky Moore is going to be that for us. Sets the feet. Perfect throw. Sky Moore comes down with it. 15-yard gain. We're moving well. Read option again. Probably not going to work, so we're going to go away from it. Tutu Atwell probably not going to win that freaking streak look. And the tight end is wide open there. Another possession catch down to the 11. Only missed one throw, and that was the desperation, you know, kind of 2nd and long, staring a 3rd and long in the face. Mistake, really more by Tutu Atwell, or Sky Moore. I keep blaming Tutu Atwell, even though it's not his fault. Gain of 3 for Gibbs. Having some success. One-on-one Ferguson, 2nd and 7. Not one-on-one, though. Hawkins, ooh, that could have been dangerous. Hawkins kind of like decided to change his route last second. It was an option type route, but it felt like he changed it a little too late, though. I don't know how I feel about this. Wide open tight end, but Woodley stepped out of bounds first. That is awful route running. They completely left him uncovered, but he ran his route too far. What are you doing? And they didn't leave him because they knew he went out of bounds either. He was out. He was open, but I couldn't throw it to him while he was still running straight, right? The ball would have led him out of bounds. And instead of a touchdown, it's going to be a field goal, which is massive for them. We're going to bring in the blitz. Going to go with Jackson off the edge. Gets a nice push inside. Diggs, nice slant route, of course. 2-minute warning, so they're going to be moving quite fast here. Jordan Davis getting the win. That's a one-on-one against Woolen, who almost gets beat. That was close. We also almost got to the quarterback, which was very close as well, speaking of. And a curl route, dangerous. Booker's a big guy. keep Stearns over there, actually, just in case. Maddox is back in. Diggs actually kind of looked open there. Timeout us, because we're going to have a chance, too. I want to see this back. It was a tough throw, because we did move Stearns over there, thankfully, but I think he got beat. I don't know what Booker's doing. He, like, reads something else, and there is no one on him. Oh, he does run the in. That is really bad, but he still could have threw that. That's a touchdown. Langway's going to get a chance to return this as well. Nice spin move, but it's not really going to lead to much. Got the shovel option. Gamble just going to run out of bounds. Of course, a weird way to end the first half, but we do have a 14-point lead. They do have the ball, though. Once again, I wouldn't call them just straight-up mistakes by the opposing team, you know, like the last couple of weeks, but, you know, us forcing turnovers that aren't necessarily a guarantee have been the reason why we're winning these games or out in these big leads like this. So we really do need to improve on offense a little bit and finish drives with touchdowns as Zeke is winning. We need help, though, as Stearns provides that help, gaining nothing. As of right now, just based on the rushing numbers, Burns would be a superstar X factor, but obviously that's not easy to hold up. And that is going to be a forced pick because of Burns. And, of course, Woolen just decides not to block. Second pick of the day for Anderson with a pick six. Do we finally have ourselves our first Player of the Week award win? Finally, maybe? Of course, Ferguson, I don't believe he has this, but I think he has the momentum. Oh, Lord. Oh, that actually almost worked out perfectly. That change of direction is really bad, though. Holy crap. Let's go with the short looks. Ferguson wide open again. Of course, this time it's an actual pass, not, you know, like kind of a touch pass, but first down. Crossers. Woolen's obviously, Woolen Woodley's obviously the main look. But also have to be very patient. And that's not the easiest throw, but he hits it. Sky Moore gaining 11. Only missing one throw today. Of course, all of the throws have been very short. We haven't really seen much success deep, but still, it's nice to hit them regardless. Tutu Atwell on the edge. Oh, he showed off the speed, but our teammates showed off their ability to hold, unfortunately. This one's coming back. It's going to be a holding call against Wills, who in fairness is the left tackle, so it probably does mean that he would have not scored without that hold anyways. That's really all that matters to me. Sure, holding sucks. Sure, you're hoping your guys just win their matchups without having to cheat, but if the hold at least occurs in the area that the score happened, we're just going to take that. Why not? He's a big man. That would have been perfect footwork, too, just a knockout by Bryant. You know, at least it hurts a little less, you know. Woodley to the end zone. Tutu Atwell, good catch. The guy tried to pick it. He was way too deep for that. We get back to the original line of scrimmage, but also probably getting back to the field goal unit in a second here. Gibbs may actually do something, but I'm looking at Sky more here. Uh-oh. Akeem Hicks is a god. He just saved a first down, maybe touchdown. They completely left 2-2. Like I said, maybe a touch. I think it is a touchdown. You have Ferguson deep. I don't think the guy even turns around in general. Oh, no. It's still going to lead to a 3-possessioner, but, man, that hurts. Jabril going against the tight end. Not easy. Oh, we missed it. Stearns. Of course, really good recovery, though. Oh, I thought he got out. Man coverage. Hello? Do you mind? Where the hell did he go? It was literally man coverage. Unless he was a hook. Back it up a little bit. Jordan Davis gets turned around. Zeke really not having a successful game, but he is still like maneuvering well and breaking tackles. But once again, really good defense so far on the ground. And that's a huge hit. And then he takes him down as well. Oh my God. Unbelievable. Pops the ball free and then grabs onto Corral, who recovers the fumble. A lot of movement here. Tyndall. A little deep over the middle, kind of left him, and underneath the secondary routes. Great tackle by Stearns. Oh, levitation. Love it. Great tackle by Stearns. I mean, that's Drake London. Like, that's not an easy man to one-on-one with full momentum. I mean, the odds of him making that tackle have got to be, like, slim to none. We bring the inside stuff, and they lose a yard. I'm just saying. Jordan Davis, look at him. Carrying that chest heavy. Carrying that chest high. We're going for the run commit again. As Tyndall can't get him back to the 1. And they can bring this misdirection with all these freaking guys we want. I mean, we have to run the inside. We're not going to run him a run commit. Although we probably should have. We kind of sold. We thought he was going to just take the right up the middle, but he did. He went right towards the spot that Tyndall was in. I mean, we were smart to bring the proper goal line again, but unfortunately, the misdirection was enough because we obviously weren't fully committed. We brought a lot of players here, more committed to the run we were in the past, but we were still kind of, you know, it was like 60 run, 40 pass, whereas the other players, we were 100 run, you know. Wangwu on the return, who's been pretty close all day, has his worst return yet, which is, I mean, it's fine. Giving him that sweep look. And they're going to leave Tutu Atwell wide open here, and he's going to run out of bounds once again. Clock won't stop doing that. Avoids a fumble, avoids a, well, I mean, doesn't really avoid injury, but avoids a, a more likely chance at injury. Of course, the pistol look, and Hawkins going to get stopped. Ooh, Anthony Barr is injured. Very athletic guy. Another read option play. We're just going to hand it off. I don't even know if that was the right read. There was just so many moving pieces, and I knew Hawkins would get the first down if we handed it off, and that's, once again, if it's the right read. If the read's going to get us a first down, it's the right read every time. That's the way I look at it. And we're in some trouble here. We're going to throw this away. Thought maybe we had a chance on that inside, but it was picked up perfectly. Ferguson on the wheel going up against a non-athletic player. Might score! Touchdown, Ferguson! I say non-athletic. Burke Irvin's obviously athletic, but he's not as athletic as Ferguson, obviously. And that's just a mismatch of the gods. I mean, that's probably the dagger. How can you expect him to win that in man coverage without the help? They have the safety help, but he's just not reading it. And then he steps up on the wrong player, I think. Like, what is he doing? That guy's awful. I feel like their safety group proves that speed isn't the only thing that matters. Thompson is obviously the way more athletic safety, but Wilson has played way better as we're struggling here on the pass rush. There's nobody on him. A huge hit, but a gain of 9 regardless. Matt Corral is struggling out here. Doesn't help that his ground game is struggling just as much. Let's try to keep that the facts, though, and we miss. Oh, what a move. Of course, it's not only going to gain about a yard, but that was pretty filthy. Burns might get the damn dev up because of the team effort. Uh-oh. Thank God, good tackle. Burns helps. Only gaining 3. They're right about, I would say, 32 yards rushing now, which is, it's a lot to ask for Zeke to not break 1 free, but we're hoping. And that's going to make it closer. Damn it, dude. You're going to lose anyways. Just stop running the ball, please. We'll give you this look over here. Just kidding, obviously. Jordan Davis pushing. There goes Zeke. Yeah, I mean, this drive feels like they're gonna take away that option right now. It's like they know. Yeah, you know. As Zeke is gonna gain about nothing this time. They're 4 yards off of making Burns have to earn it. 4th quarter. Maybe if we stop them here and just bleed the clock. I don't know. Obviously, the goal is to bleed the clock regardless. Come on, Burns. Nice push, but he's doubled. He's going to throw it away. Got coming on the blitz. And almost picked. Wolin is so huge. Of course, 4th and 9, they're basically forced to. And he's going to be sacked by Jordan Davis. Was that an edge rush from Jordan? How did he get there? Let's take a look. So we obviously brought... He did. He twisted. Daniel thought he was going against the corner and just left him. Oh, my God. Of course, I think he was just going to take the shot to dig, so not high percentage anyways. You see Drake London. You don't wind up that hard on a Drake London throw from here. I mean, I don't know how that's not a fumble, to be honest. Of course, literally impossible to bleed the whole clock with this field position, but still. Uh-oh. Try to go for the cut move instead of the spin move. Ferguson, no! Please! Please, not you! Of course, going to go with the read option. Probably not smart since the game is pretty much wrapped up. Don't want our quarterback to get hurt for nothing. Oh! Gamble! We'll score! 37 yards out! Of course, it doesn't really matter too much for the actual win, but oh my god. Win! Oh, it's beautiful. Adding another facet to his game. A read option master already. Look at the ball carry speed. Almost 21 miles per hour. And of course, not even really that much of a lead up. About 30 yards. Not that crazy. MVP. MVP. Could you imagine? Obviously, those interceptions are really holding him back. Burns. Burns. Burns! Would have loved to see him force the sack. The fumble there is... The verdict's still a little out about the fact that this rushing stats, these rushing numbers are going to, you know, regardless if he gets X Factor or not here, he's probably going to get X Factor on the season. And almost picked off. Burns almost picked it, dude. Wow. Yeah, this quarter, this half, if you will, kind of just shut their chances down. Burns, nice move. Forcing it again. Oh my god, had a chance. Are they going to go for this from the 11? I was about to say, that's, I mean, the game's basically over. I mean, they had a chance throughout, but Matt Corral just wasn't up to the challenge, and their run game was awful. They obviously need that a lot to succeed. Cutting inside for the pickup, and Tyson Anderson's got to pick that up. Really good vision by Nwangwu, but blockers didn't have the same vision, unfortunately. Of course, in general, though, we have had a pretty bad run game in general, but what can you do? Numbers are looking a little bit better as this this game is dwindling down, but they're still pretty iffy. Hawkins getting 2. I was going to run the counter to Gibbs, but I'm going to run the inside handoff, but look to run this all the way to the right. Oh, Newhouse, do better to close the game out. It's not an easy throw, but amazing. What a catch by Woodley using that size. Thompson has not had a good day. Like, you see this, though. Like, what is this? Oh, well. As Hawkins going to find the lane. Hawkins with the spin move. Breaks it. Gets to the 12 with a gain of about 12. 13 to be exact. Now our ground game's kind of working. We're outrunning them more than we are out blocking them. Hawkins, oh, that's a loss of yardage because of the slip off. Man, spin moves suck. They're just so bad. Hawkins, one to beat. Nice cut. Spin. Touchdown. I mean, say what you want about us scoring still, but the game's still not technically over. So much time, and it's their job to stop us. We're not throwing it at them for touchdowns, you know? We're running the ball. Something that we've obviously not done well all day outside of this quarter. Once again, a little worried about this whole, like, all they have to do is run it once. Even just, like, you know, oh, wow. Anderson, oh, wow. Scott, of course, makes more sense, but Anderson should not be getting stiff-armed by Hardman. I'm sorry, Anderson, but you should not be. We should really QB contain, because I don't think they're actually going to run it. But the quarterback could run it if he sees the lane. And nice job by Booker. Of course, a little bit of a hold on Burns, actually. Kind of just setting up Falele with the freaking, the move all day. The speed into the cut. The spin move this time. Underneath Zeke. Gonna slam dunk it for a first. They're actually going to say he was short. We're coming with the whole house here. And Burns almost with 3 sacks legitimately. It's going to force a bad throw. 4th and inches. They're going to go with goal line here. All right. I don't like this. I don't like this for us. Just throw the damn ball. I think we actually got blocked there. I don't think we're going to be out there. Look at Ogletree. Look at how he's running. Oh, man. Blown play, but obviously that goal line stand ends the game if you get it. Of course, their onside kick attempt is a failure, and not really a goal line stand attempt, but Both teams kind of set up in goal line, as Hawkins is going to slow down perfectly, gaining 3. I mean, the game's pretty much up. The momentum bar just dropped. Oh my god, this game is perfect. And there you have it, the 41-17 victory, ending in their end zone as well, in their goal line, in their end. Hey, what up? Didn't know it was that kind of game, but obviously a very good performance. Once again, the turnovers, those are really what has been fueling our win streak, or our very good performances, at least, as of late. And they continue in this one. Obviously, a pick 6 for Tyson Anderson yet again. The man has been a little bit of a ball hawk. 2 picks in this game, maybe even player of the week, hopefully player of the week. Of course, I don't think there's anyone that we really need to make a trade for or trade away. But the deadline is approaching, so we definitely need to pay attention to maybe the trade block CU's up there, maybe put someone on the trade block for ourselves, trade someone away. I'm not 100% sure, but of course, definitely something to think about as we are entering that time of the year. Curtis Gamble, not the perfect performance with those picks, and once again, kind of game manager-esque again with the yards, but haven't really found any lanes to throw it deep, so take what the defense is given to you. Of course, we had that crazy play to Ferguson, but outside of that, really a lot of short passes again. Hawkins, his game obviously improved dramatically. 84 yards, 4.4 yards per carry, 2 touchdowns. Zeke was locked up. Looking at their numbers, no shot. They put 50 on the nose. I think, is it under 50? Or is it 50 on the nose? Is it allow less than 50 yards, or is it allow 50 yards or less? I can't remember. That is so BS. Literally 50 on the nose. How? Oh my god, please tell me. Of course, looking at the receiving numbers, Ferguson had that big run, big play after the catch, but no one really, yeah, I knew he was big, but nobody really shined for either team, honestly. Diggs, I suppose, but yeah, I mean, that was just a broken play, similar to our broken plays. Brian Burns with another 2-sack performance. Tyndall was pretty decent all around it. Jordan Davis was all right. Once again, the interceptions are great. And yeah, Nwangwu was pretty good. 24 yards per return is pretty solid, considering there was a couple of short kicks in there too. So yeah, I mean, a really good team performance, very good team win. Obviously, Gamble got close to, if not over, 300 yards just based on his rushing numbers. Speaking of rushing numbers, 2 guys with the high rushing numbers with upgrades, and Hawkins gets a speed upgrade. That's pretty huge. 92 speed now, and then Gamble, I guess we're kind of building him to be a scrambler now. So improviser, I guess, for the chance at a speed upgrade or whatever to under pressure, which is actually huge. That's really one of his biggest issues. Ferguson, I suppose deep threat might be our choice, as we want to get his speed up there, and his deep route does suck, but catching as well is important. I think we're going to go with route runner. He gets the scheme fit as well, which is nice. Gets +1 to deep route, +4 to awareness, which really doesn't do a whole lot for me. Jabril Cox, of course, trying to develop him as a better run stopper, as he's already very good in coverage. Really good tackler, and a +2 to block shed, which is really nice. And yeah, let's find out. I honestly have no idea. I do not know. Let's find out what it is. Please give it to us. There he is! The X Factor! Woo, man, you see me. It's not really woo. That says who, man. Okay. You see me out there today? They're going to make one of those sports documentaries about this game. What if we told you that one legendary defensive lineman was responsible for the total destruction of the Philadelphia Offense? I mean, kind of wasn't wrong, right? Of course, Brian Burns is an X Factor. Gets 2k XP. I don't know if that would have been enough to get him an upgrade. Doesn't appear to be. We have 1 injury as well. That foot fracture could be a season-long thing. Gets blitz. I don't even know what the hell blitz is, to be honest. What is blitz? Effective defensive lineman captains aren't just examples to follow. They're motivators. When they're to the zone, all opposing blockers have their resistance bars wiped out. Ooh. That's actually kind of busted, is it not? Like, unstoppable force is good, but, like, does this not mean, like, the whole offensive line is going to be shambles if he gets in the zone, which helps his teammates, which, I mean, makes a lot of sense. That's kind of busted, is it not? I know it's probably not as good as, unstoppable force or whatever, but I suppose you can always just double team. When a guy gets in the zone, just double team him, I guess. But 4-week injury for foot fracture, technically 3, and if we have a bye week, which we do not, apparently, you know, could be, it would have been less, I guess, but that's kind of irrelevant. Answer the media question. At the midway point, your team is in a good spot. How far do you think you can go? Well, it's a dangerous team starting to look, so these guys need to work. Yeah, I mean, let's not look. Yay, 0% per win and 5 negative per loss. I love clicking those. Those are fun. But, of course, like I said, next week is the deadline, so we would want to be making a trade this week. So if you see any positions that need upgrading or players that you'd like to see traded, I mean, I think left guard is definitely a position of need, potentially. Center maybe is the reason why left guard sucks. I don't know. Maybe Kendrick Green needs so much help that the left guard just feels obligated to just help him every time. I don't know. Wide receiver, I think, is perfectly fine. Quarterback, running back, all that's good. Defensively, I mean, I don't really see any issues. Carmichael, maybe, but I mean, I think the team obviously could be upgraded in overall, but as far as like potential goes, I don't really think there's much to be upgraded, to be honest. So if you guys think of something, let me know. If not, we'll just continue, keep on rolling on, I guess. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed, maybe leave a like, subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr, second channel, PKR Plays, for non-Madden content. The good stuff, if you will. And that is about it. I actually forgot to change the goals, and it worked out. It was pretty impressive. Normally, you know, we have some cheese goals that are kind of easier to get, but, I mean, throw 2 plus touchdown passes with the one we miss, which is, like, the most expected of most of those, so I suppose score 2 offensive touchdowns is the same thing anyways, but yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys come back for next video, but until next video,